Welcome to another episode of the Noles Podcast. I'm your host, Gregory McCoy. Today is January 17th, 2020. This podcast is by a fan, for fans. I am not a journalist. I am not a reporter. I am not an insider. I do not work for a website. The majority of my information comes from me, in my opinion. Other information comes from the internet. Today's episode, I'm going to talk a little bit about AFC, NFC championship games. I got a what if story. I want to talk about my hometown NFL team, and I got a couple other topics. So let's go ahead and jump right in. First up, Peter Warrick versus Devin Hester versus Percy Harvin. Who was more dynamic? And this is what I wrote about that. First, Peter Warrick. Fast and shifty, great hands, great route runner, great on punt returns. Knee injury derailed his NFL career. 1999 national champ. Was part of maybe the greatest 4-year run in Florida State history. 1995 to 1999. The slowest of these three guys, first round pick by the Cincinnati Bengals and 2000. Okay, and in my opinion was the front runner for the 1999 Heisman before he got in trouble with the department store thing. But we all know he was the best player that year. All right, so that's my pitch for Peter Warrick. Next up, Devin Hester, greatest returner in NFL history. Second round pick of the Chicago Bears, super fast, played defensive back and wide receiver, took the opening kickoff to the end zone in 2007 in the Super Bowl. Number 3 all-time in punt return yards. Number 11 all-time in kickoff return yards. Tied for number 9 all-time in kickoff return touchdowns. 14 punt returns for touchdowns. He's the all-time leader in that category. Future Hall of Famer, one of the greatest Miami Hurricanes of all time. So that's my case for Devin Hester. All right. And Percy Harvin, 2-time national champ, Super Bowl champ, super fast, career cut short due to hip injury, great hands, ran great routes, great kickoff returner, great punt returner, very talented player. When Percy Harvin was at the University of Florida, I don't think he ever lost to Florida State. I mean, truly a dynamic player. If he hadn't hurt his hip when he was, I want to say with the, I don't know if it was with the Vikings or the Seahawks. Whenever he hurt it, I think he would still be one of the most dynamic players in the game, because he had a very unique skill set where he could line up in the backfield. He could play running back. He could run out of the backfield and catch passes. He could line up in the slot. He could line up as a split end. I mean, he could do it all, man. And definitely him and Peter Warrick are similar. He's a little faster than Peter Warrick, but they are the same type of player. So after thinking, for about 15, 20 minutes on who was the most dynamic, I'm out to go with Devin Hester, man. I mean, he just had a greater impact on the league than these other two guys. I mean, he literally won games single-handedly for the teams that he played for. You're talking about arguably the greatest returner in NFL history. I mean, teams wouldn't even kick it to him on kickoffs or punts. Then to take the opening kickoff of a Super Bowl back to the house That's ridiculous. So Devin Hester is the winner of that comparison. Let me know what you think about that in the comments. AFC and NFC championship games. I went 4-0 last weekend in the divisional round, and I'm going to go undefeated this weekend also. So this is what I wrote about the championship games. AFC championship game, Kansas City Chiefs versus the Tennessee Titans. Patrick Mahomes is on another planet. If he gets into the zone, you will lose. Too much arm talent, too many weapons. Tennessee Titans need to run, and run some more and keep Mahomes on the sideline. Play smash mouth defense and run the ball on offense. But in the end, I'm going to pick Kansas City to win. I think Mahomes is just, like I said, on another planet, man. Once he gets going, it's you just can't stop him. If he isn't like the heir apparent to Aaron Rodgers, he may have already surpassed him. I mean, just crazy arm talent, crazy ball placement, unique skill set. He's probably going to be a $40 million a year quarterback. So, I'm picking the Kansas City Chiefs to go to the Super Bowl. All right, NFC championship game. San Francisco 49ers versus the Green Bay Packers. And we all know that I'm a San Francisco 49ers fan. So this is what I wrote about that. San Francisco 49ers is the better team. Run game will dominate. Pass game will just be good enough to keep the Green Bay defense off balance. Green Bay will need a all-world performance from Aaron Rodgers to win this game. I think everybody knows that. He's going to have to throw for about 400 yards and 5 touchdowns. He's going to have to do like Burrow from LSU, Joe Burrow. He's going to have that type of performance to win this game. But I don't think he's going to be able to do that. So, of course, I'm going to pick my San Francisco 49ers to go to the Super Bowl versus the Kansas City Chiefs. And I think it's going to be one for the ages. And, I'm just glad my boy's back, man. Usually the way it goes is that my San Francisco 49ers and Florida State are always on like the similar arc. Okay, when one team is down, the other team is down. So it took 2 seasons for Shanahan and Lynch to get this thing back. They went 6-10, 4-12, and now they 13-3. So if Norvell can get on that similar arc, not the same results in terms of wins and losses, but 8-4, 9-3, 12-0, we're gonna be all right, man. I just want them to look like they belong on the field in every game. That's not asking for too much. All right. So let me know what you think about that, those picks, and moving on to the next segment, which is going to be hometown NFL team, which is the Carolina Panthers. And I want to talk about their head coach, Matt Rule. The Carolina Panthers get Matt Rule. I don't know if he's better than Ron Rivera. To me, this is a step backwards. In my opinion, I'm not a fan of this team. But they are the hometown team, so I follow them. If Cam Newton is the quarterback, I think they will be okay. I think they can possibly go 8-8. Christian McCaffrey is the best running back in the league. Draft T. Higgins or Jerry Jeudy, then maybe you got something. Sign some free agents, maybe Rule will be okay. I don't like the $8.5 million per year that the Panthers organization gave him. I think he's the highest paid coach in the league, and he hasn't done anything. I'm glad this is not my team. College coach should not reset the market in the NFL. Also, Luke Kuechly has retired. And you can't really blame him for that. He is he's one of the best middle linebackers to ever do it. And it is what it is on that. We have to get to a point where we I say we. I'm not a Panthers fan. They have to get to a point where championships matter, and they're not at that point right now. They got the number 7 pick. I say you either go wide receiver or you get Isaiah Simmons. I'm not gonna say he would be a perfect replacement for Luke Kuechly, but he would definitely help that team. So moving on. Next subject is going to be, what if Florida State had got Lamar Jackson back in 2015? Now you think about 2015, 2016, 2017, and what those years were like. 2015, I want to say we went 10-3. We made it to the Peach Bowl. Now just imagine if he was our quarterback. I think we had 3 more years of dominance, man. I really do. Just looking at the schedule from that year, Louisville, we lost to we actually lost 2 regular season games. I said 10-3. We did go 10-3. We lost to Houston in the Peach Bowl. Yeah. So we lost to Clemson 23-13, and we lost to Georgia Tech. So just imagine if Lamar Jackson was on our team, man. Okay. I think we easily go undefeated with his unique skill set. For whatever reason, Jimbo Fisher did not recruit this guy. And it's just, I've said this on other episodes. It was just crazy to me that he didn't recruit this guy. He was a 4-star quarterback. I didn't even know that. Lamar Jackson was a 4-star quarterback, and you didn't even recruit this guy. And that's why when he played against, these teams, he went hard, man. I think Louisville is the team that went after him the hardest, and that's why he stayed with them. I mean, truly a unique talent, man. So, let me know what you think about that. Moving on to the next segment, which is going to be 8-4 magic number to get recruits at Florida State. I want Norvell to be successful, and I'm drinking the Kool-Aid he's making. It's would 8-4 be the magic number for in 2020 to get the recruits to come back? I keep saying this is the benchmark for year 1 for Norvell. If Florida State looks like a competent football team next season, I think you're going to get these guys to come back to Florida State. It basically took a similar type run in 2012, 13, 14, and 15. And Florida State just needs one good year, and I think everything can fall into place for them. And I hope he does it, man. I'm pulling for him. I've said some negative things about him. I never said he was a horrible coach. But you just have to realize the pressure cooker that Florida State is. So I hope the man has a lot of success, because I'm a fan of this team. And like I said many, many times before, you got to get those issues fixed within the program, on the field, and we can be back. And I hope he does it. So, last topic is going to be the XFL. And this is what I wrote about that. I don't know what to think about it. I probably won't watch a second of the XFL. I wish them much success in their venture to be the new football league in this country, but history says it's not going to work out. I hope all the players have success, especially the ones from Florida State. There's several players from Florida State playing in this league. I just think when you try to reinvent the wheel when it comes to football, it usually is not going to work out. If they would have stayed with a similar type of format to the NFL and just maybe made like every call reviewable, you get like one challenge per game and you can review anything, that would have been like, okay, I would have been interested. But as they got it set up now, I'm not really interested. But I wish them much success in their venture. And that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. It's available on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify Podcasts. Rate, review, subscribe. If you're listening to this on YouTube, the links are in the description where you can subscribe if you like. And as always, go Noles.